Morning, Steve here in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Well, yesterday we had a big down day. Funds were net sellers of 30,000 corn and 14,000 beans. Looking at favorable crop conditions and lower China stock market and economic watch offered resistance to the marketplace, and we hit some stops below some key areas of support in the beans. Overnight, beans are actually up 10 cents, corn up unchanged to a penny higher, wheat 5 to 6 cents higher. I think some people think that in the beans especially, we kind of overdone things below that 950 area, and that we still have a lot of unknown as far as the U.S. crop conditions are concerned, and also what the final carryouts are going to be here in the United States. A lot of numbers out last night from the USDA. It said the corn crop was 70% good to excellent. That's up 1 from last week. Last year was 75. 78% of the crop is pollinating. 77 is normal. Corn pretty much across most of the Midwest improved. The only areas that we saw a slight drop was in South Dakota and Wisconsin. Soybean conditions stayed unchanged at 62% good to excellent. That also might have contributed some of the buying overnight in the beans. 34% of the crop is setting pods. Again, most of the Midwest went up. Arkansas, Louisiana, Iowa slipped a little bit from last week. Spring wheat conditions up 1%. Harvest is 2% done versus 5 average. And the winter wheat harvest is up 10%, up 10 points at 85% done versus 80 average. So we're also looking kind of at the weather situation. Right now there's rains up in Minnesota and parts of Iowa. Those rains will probably stay in the northern areas and should be mostly dry this week. Temperatures are a little warm right now in the south, kind of breaking and getting close to the normal as we get into the weekend. The interesting thing about the weather maps is that the EU model is usually the one that people look at the most. It took out some of the rain early next week across the Midwest. The American model still shows the ridge backing into the southwest, allowing for rains to move into the Midwest. So we'll have to watch that for the next couple of days to see if there's confirmation on the EU model and that conditions are drier next week than what we were trading yesterday. Outside markets, the Chinese stock market, their ag futures continue to trend lower. Concern about their economy is kind of filtering in around the world. Is in general, commodity prices continue to slide lower. So had a little bounce overnight. We'll see if it has any teeth to it. Watching the EU model and watching the overall crop conditions. As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM or ADM Investor Services, and have a safe and profitable trading day.